How's it going, pals? This is Ernez and welcome to a Battlegrounds video. So I haven't done a video on this in quite a while, and the reason why is because I was waiting on gameplay so I can give my honest opinion. I didn't want to make videos just speculating whether I would like it or not, and honestly the news hasn't been that great for it, so I just kind of let it go, and I wanted to put all my opinions into one video. The footage you're seeing here is by IGN, so I want to thank them for that. And let's go ahead and get started. So the first thing we see is the menu selection screen with, of course, all the wrestlers on it. I'm not going to go through the wrestlers. You can see who's on it. This is a demo, of course. But I do want to point out a few things. You see the ratings here as well. You also see something where it says rare, epic, and legendary. So these are the groups of rarity, I guess, for the costumes as well as maybe the upgrades you could put on them. And you will also see here that I don't think anybody's pointed out yet, but you can also see that it's only one controller, and that's the Gamescom Daily Show there. But Austin Creed, Geek Heavy, and Jurassic Rabbit is on there as well. So I'm assuming that they're connected online. If I'm wrong on that, because there's like a little world icon there as well, if you can't see that. So if I'm wrong here, then I apologize, but I do think that they're playing online, and I do have an issue with that I will get into further down the video. Okay, and not only that, you will also see where they have it where they are in different categories for Powerhouse, All-Rounder, Brawler, Technician, and High Flyer. And they switch over to gameplay here, and I do want to point out, once again, I do think they're playing online, as there is only, one thing on there, and I don't think it's split screen at all because the other controls is not showing up. The only controls that is showing up is under the Gamescom's Daily Show, and I'm a little bit worried because the controls popped up, above the HUD, and fellow YouTubers said that you could turn that off. However, in the past with 2K games and things like that, we couldn't turn off things online, so I'm afraid that those are always going to be there online, and that kind of annoys me a little bit. But we do see a few different things happening in here, such as Edge throwing the rock into an alligator and he attacks him. It doesn't look like you need any special or anything for that. He just kind of throws him, and the alligator throws him right back to ringside. Also, right as the match begins, you will see The Rock picks up Xavier Woods. He drags him over to the inside of the ring. He throws him up, and he hits him with an RKO out of nowhere without any special abilities. That's just one of his moves, which I found kind of odd as well. And as Andre has him down here, he gets some directions here that says go to apron, grounded hit, stand up opponent, or submission if you hold it, and then block or parry. It kind of, it's kind of odd here that there isn't a grapple thing here. There's an X for a grounded hit. Where's the button to grapple? Can you grapple at any time, or is it only like a combo thing? I would like to know, more about this and why there isn't just a grapple button. And then as Andre the Giant came back into the ring, then he got some more here that says Irish whip, go to apron, springboard throw, and then just regular throw. So I got a few questions here about this as well. So does that mean that a powerhouse can springboard as well? Then what's the point of a high flyer? Like, a little bit of these things isn't adding up to me. And then we cut to a scene where Andre the Giant is hitting his finisher onto the opponent that's down on the ground. Once again, this makes me think that it is an online match, because if you're cutting the camera angle and they're all playing together, then that seems a little bit odd to me. I do want to say I didn't watch the full video to see if they was actually together playing on their controllers or if they was like looking at different TVs. I'm not sure how it was played, but to me, this seems like it's screaming that it's online to me. And, he hit his finisher. It cuts the thing because they could still see on their screen. It's not cutting for them. So that's the way I'm looking at it. Let me know if you know anything else. And then you see Edge here as well, turning him around and hitting the spear. I can't quite tell that if he did a running spear or not. It sort of looks to me that he just did a grapple, and that's the animation of it. And once again, the animation for the camera angle didn't happen. So that's why I'm assuming that this is probably online, and it probably happened for who was playing as Edge. And then we see the pinning system here. It does look a little bit different than the 2K games. It looks like you just press LT and RT back and forth and to try to get out the pin. This scares me a little bit just for the controller wise. You know, you hitting LT and RT all the time, especially on, you know, an Xbox One controller at least. You know, they are kind of funky sometimes. And if you're doing that constantly, if you play this game a lot, I'm afraid that it's going to wear down the LT and RT buttons quite a bit. So hopefully we don't have to, you know, hit them too fast because, ouch. And then you see here Stone Cold has some problems turning him around and grappling. So I don't know if this is the fault of the player or if it's just not responsive. Who knows? I mean, there could have even been lag and we don't know it, you know, especially if they're playing an online game. But Edge finally picks up the win. Some fireworks goes off, but we don't see if there's any winning animations other than the little animation he does right after picking up the win. Okay, and next up you will see the Electrified cage match. So at first it looks like a regular cage. You have, you know, your kind of common things. It looks really good, honestly. But I do have some things to point out. You will see a money gauge on both sides, the blue team and the red team. And the money is hanging from the cage, so it looks like you have to climb up. So we do see him fighting him off the cage, and as well as Daniel Bryan doing a suplex in the back. That gives me a little bit more hope just because I could see a grapple actually being performed. I hope there's more moves because all I'm seeing is like suplexes and things like that. It's kind of worrying me a bit that this game is a little too simple. But as the Fiend goes across the cage and he's trying to collect as many money bags as he can, you will see the little alarms go off, and that means that the cage is about to be electrified. And if you're up top, of course, it will electrify you and make you drop down. And finally, the Fiend drops down and wins the cage match. And afterwards, you get this little thing here, and it actually says, you know, who won, and it also shows once again that there's little Earth icons, and then there's also a controller under Gamescom Daily that says Player 1. You would think that if it was they were playing on the same console, it would say Player 2, 3, and 4, but that's not there. And also, just to even verify my statement, at the bottom, you can also see it say Match Lobby, which makes me think that they are in an online session. And if they click that, they'll go back to the Match Lobby and online. You know, it wouldn't say Match Lobby if they were playing a game on single player. And now here's the part that I was mentioning earlier as well that keeps throwing me off the entire video. You know, I keep saying that, you know, it's online and things like that, but this is the only part of the video that throws me off. So he goes to what looks like a menu here, and it looks like the main menu where it says Champion Tournament, King of Battleground, Battleground Challenge, and then it says Exhibition Women, Exhibition Men. Is this the online menu? Because there is a back button there. Is this the online menu? And if it is, then once he clicks on Exhibition Women, you see 1-on-1, Tornado Tag Team, Steel Cage 1 versus 1, Steel Cage 2 versus 2, Tag Team, Royal Rumble, Gauntlet, and a few more onto the right side. And once again, they go through the menu here showing off some of the women that's in the game and their ratings and things like that. And we get to the gameplay here. And then you see Stephanie McMahon throw her up into the air. And this time she does an uppercut. However, she does a few more spins on it. And I'm not sure if this is actually a new move or if this is just because she has that power up flaming arms thing. And in this arena, just like the previous, there is interactive things. The other one was an alligator. This one is a car jack, where if you throw them into the car jack, then the car can fall on you. And it looks like it's pretty usable as well. It's not just one animation. If you whip them into it or anything like that, the car will fall. Not only that, but in this arena on the left-hand side, you see some barrels. And audience members will throw this out every so often, and you can pick it up and throw it at your opponent and make an explosion. And throwing it into the ring here causes the ring to collapse. And normally, you know, with other games, this would be the end of the match. But not with this one. You can actually fight on the canvas after it exploded. And I think that's pretty cool. That was my favorite part of the video because it's not taking itself serious, and those kind of things are cool. It reminds me of the old SmackDown games where we could get like on top of the King of the Ring chair and things like that. So yeah, that's going to be it for the gameplay. So let me know what you think about this gameplay. There was moments in this video that I might have been silent on, and I just wanted to show y'all more gameplay. I didn't necessarily have anything to talk about for that specific moment, but I did want it to still be in there so you can see the full gameplay of what they showed off. Let me know how you feel about the game in the comments below. I will say that I'm still iffy about it. I'm not really too sure. I'll be honest with you. I'll be the first one to tell you that I don't know the price of the game or anything like that. If it's a full price game, I may be a little bit more hesitant. It doesn't seem like a game that I would play a ton of. It's unless, it's really fun gameplay, then I can't see myself wanting to pick it up and playing it all the time online as well. So it'll be something that I really have to sit down and try to figure out. And the more gameplay that comes out, the more I might change my mind. And you never know, career and stuff, campaign rather, may be actually good. So that would also get you into it and, make it have that replayability a little bit. So yeah, let me know what you think about it all in the comments below. If you want to see some more videos on Battlegrounds as it comes out, then please hit the like button. And as always, you could be a pal and subscribe.